Uh, there are two, three words which are often mentioned, that what is India way, what is Modi diplomacy, or what is Jaishankar doctrine. We want to understand all of that one by one, but first thing I think you should give us a sense of broader view. What is so unique about G20 presidency and this happening in India?
Well, I think what is unique is, first of all, the G20 itself. It started in 2008. Before that, you had essentially a G7, which were all Western countries mostly. And after the 2008 global financial crisis, those countries realized that they needed more countries, developing countries, a broader group to deal with the challenges of the world. Now, it started with a very narrow mandate. Every year, more problems came, so the mandate kept getting bigger. But this year, it is special for two reasons. One, the world today in 2023 is a far more complicated place than it has been for a long time. And the reasons for it, I think everybody would know. We've had once-in-a-century pandemic whose impact on the economy, on societies, on social fabric, on employment, on logistics has been horrific. We are still experiencing the impact of an ongoing conflict. And because we are today more globalized, a conflict which is taking place in Europe is having an energy impact, a food impact, a fertilizer impact, an inflation impact on the world. There are concerns with like debt, trade disruptions. There are worries about climate events which are happening with more and more frequency, and big climate events which have big economic consequences. So if you look at the state of the world is far more difficult, more complicated, more worrisome than it has been for a long time. So that's one reason why it is different. The second reason is, in such a situation, who can step forward and try to find a middle ground? Because as you can see, there are two big divides in the world today. One is what you can call the East-West divide, and the other is the North-South divide. So which country is in a position today to address both divides, to help find a common ground, help search for a solution? And such a country, should not be just be neutral. It should also be a country that commands respect, which has had achievements to its own credit, which has something to show to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. And that country happens to be India. So I think you have, therefore, a long answer to your question is, it is unique today because the global situation is unique and the G20 presidency is today unique. And frankly, what we have done in the last 10 years is also unique.